All right, Paul Hefty here, talking coaching philosophy, and this is the last part, part 3, and it's the leadership and ethics design. Let's take a look. Great resource for you is NFHS, Coaches Code of Ethics, National Federation of High School Sports. You can see the link down below. You're going to use this later on in the course also for some videos and certifications. Just again, you can see in the red different things: educating students, academic achievement, treating with the utmost respect his or her welfare. And it just continues here. Again, use different resources as you start to develop your codes of ethics. Another great resource is Penn State, their university ethics. They talk about some Penn State values, a link there. And then just an ethical decisions model, great resource. A great way to help develop your ethical standards or philosophy is to use these ethical dilemmas and you make the call. And these are real life situations that I've faced as a head coach. And there's no clear-cut answer. That's what an ethical dilemma is. But again, write down how you would handle and deal with this. It kind of tests your leadership and ethics philosophy, and then gives you ideas of how to write illustrations of how you're going to develop it. So the first ethical dilemma here is, as a head football coach, D3 school back in the Midwest, again, rebuilding a program that hadn't had very much success. We're playing the number 4 team in the nation, and we block a kick to look like we were going to win the game and get called. Touchdown gets called back. We find, in fact, that the penalty was actually on the opposing team, and it's very clear. I've got to do an interview with the media right after, though, a disappointing loss when we had that game won through an error of an official. So question 1, what do you say to the media? And then more importantly, how do you address this to your team? Again, great ethical dilemma dealing with your leadership philosophy and your definition of ethics. Ethical dilemma number 2, I'm an offensive coordinator, D3 school in Chicago, where this is actually, we're a great team, we're a playoff team. Come into Monday morning meeting and the starting quarterback has a broken nose. After some discussion, find out it was his girlfriend who broke his nose in an argument. Again, as a leader and from an ethical standpoint, how do you respond right on the in that situation with the student athlete? And then more importantly, what do you do about it? What's the process and steps? Third ethical dilemma. As a high school coach and a college coach, both at different points, a parent gets involved, doesn't like the playing time or the involvement that their son or daughter has, complains to the athletic director and wants you as a coach, or wanted me as a coach, reprimanded or fired. Again, how do you respond to the parent? How do you respond to the player? And then how do you handle this with the AD? Again, great ethical dilemma, real one with leadership, with conflict, and with your ethical definitions. Thing in all of these when you do this, and this is what I would argue, if you go back, it's a 3-step test. The first thing we should consider with all these ethical dilemmas is the safety of everyone involved. What is that, first and foremost? Secondly, as a leader, what are your legal duties? Not what you want to do, but what you need to do. And then last, now you start to apply your leadership philosophy. What's been a problem in the past, when we thought there could be secrets or stays in the locker room type statements, is that leaders would apply their personal philosophy and then look at legal and safety issues. I would argue today you need to always look at safety first, legal duty second, and then your philosophy last. And I would say that's true in the past, but more importantly ever now in the present. I like to talk about this legal duty where it's your standard of practice meets your standard of care. That's your head coach legal duty. Again, if I was going to design the combination of the leadership and ethics we used to talk about, it's like building a house. So as I mentioned before, my 5 E's of leadership, empower, engage, everyone, evolves, and excellence. And then you build a house built on ethics then. And that's through honesty as kind of your foundation. Then through fun, and you develop some trust. And then at the end, everyone respects, and there's that inclusiveness that helps create on the roof then, create a positive team culture. House of Leadership and Ethics.